Dear Finns, dear friends of Finland, I welcome you to celebrate with us the 103 years of independence of the Republic of Finland. For 600 years we were part of Sweden, and for 100 years we were under the rule of the Russian Empire. As late as the end of the 1800s, the dreams of independence seemed like a utopia. Finland was one of the poorest countries in Europe. 1/10 of the population died out of hunger due to exceptionally cold summers and scarce harvests. Also, the initial stages of our independence were harsh. Inequality was high, and a large amount of the population did not have opportunities for sufficient livelihood. There was a bloody civil war in Finland in the spring of 1918. During the years of 1939 to 1945, we were at war with a superior opponent, the Soviet Union. Due to the wars, we lost 10% of our area, and the Finns who lived in these areas, approximately 1/10 of the population, had to be evacuated and settled to other parts of Finland. Now, luckily, Finland is one of the most developed and wealthiest nations in the world. The key to success has been creating equal opportunities for everyone and investing in education and public social services. It has been acknowledged that the input of all citizens, men and women, is needed in order to build the well-being of the nation. Fortunately for Finland, women of our country got to be part of political decision-making as early as 1907, when we were still part of Russia. With women being part of the political life, the issues of basic education and postgraduate education, healthcare, children's daycare, elderly care, and ensuring the well-being of the citizens in all circumstances were raised to the political agenda. It's an honor for me to represent Finland in South Africa. I started my work as the ambassador of Finland in the beginning of November. The histories of our nations have many similarities. Both countries have an honorable tradition of participation and civic activity, as well as the will to work in support of justice. These have shaped our constitutions and the priorities of our governments. It was important for Finland to gain independence. For South Africa, the liberation from the yoke of apartheid was a necessary precondition for developing the country for the best of all citizens. Many Finns, from important men and women like President Ahtisaari, who received the Nobel Peace Prize, to clerics, grassroots-level activists, and labor movement trustees, were supporting the liberation battles of South Africa and other Southern African countries. It was important for us to support the oppressed, as we were once oppressed too. It has been a matter of honor for us to support South Africa, especially in the fields of know-how, education, and science. Following Finland's example, South Africa has managed to provide free school meals for the poorest children. It is also evident in present-day South Africa that both boys and girls go to school. Finnish companies are working hard in order to develop societies into a more sustainable direction using digital solutions. Our globe cannot endure the current wasting of resources and destroying nature. Finland, together with South Africa, wants to develop solutions for the challenges of global warming using digitalization and circular economy. Investments in low carbon and renewable energy and smart energy solutions are necessary in this work. Only the countries who come up with new solutions to problems will survive in today's world. It is great that Finland and South Africa have collaborated since 2006 in order to develop innovation systems. In the past few years, we have managed to get governments, private sector, and universities involved in this work. It is important that societies work in a democratic way and exercise the principle of good governance, the meaning of which has emphasized during these corona times. I'm proud that my own country has managed to keep the number of people who contracted coronavirus and people who died of it relatively low, lowest in Europe. For that, we can thank a well-functioning public healthcare system and the political system in which the government makes decisions based on recommendations from specialists. During the current year, the Embassy has highlighted Finnish food and culinary skills. In the newly independent Finland, one of the most urgent tasks was to enhance food production. We had to get rid of famine. The war-ridden nation had to be fed. All citizens, both men and women, young and old, had to do their part in building the country. By investing in cooperatives, authorities and farmers working together and using resources in a sensible way, we established that. Hence, in a few decades, Finland became the model nation of sustainable food production. In addition to sustainable farming, Finland has become the pioneer of food innovations. To mention one example, the pulled oats, which has already become well known in the world and has become a favorite alternative for meat for vegetarians. Now, on Independence Day, we commemorate and thank those who fought for the independence of our country, sacrificing their own health or even life. With great sadness, we received the message of the passing of our last Knight of the Mannerheim Cross, Tuomas Gert. We also remember those who have lost their life as victims of the coronavirus pandemic. Despite the sorrow and setbacks, life goes on. Let us raise a toast to the 103-year-old independent Finland. Long live Finland and friendship between Finland and South Africa.